is episode, wait, this 5? I feel like this is 5.
5 or 6, yeah.
Nah, it's 5. You gotta at least know the numbers, nigga. God damn.
You're right. We episode 5. Happy anniversary. We at the big 5.
We are now in kindergarten.
Yeah. High key, yeah. We in kindergarten. We learning shapes and colors and shit. We learning about who we
sharing, is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Nap times given, of course.
Yes. Well, pour glue on your skin and make it look like burnt skin.
Your hands together, like,
you know? Go off. Okay. You want to eat the glue afterwards? Go off. That's
I've never eaten glue, and I never seen the appeal for that.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a diet thing. Maybe it's like like how anemic people, they gotta be eating ice. Maybe it's like something in their body, they gotta be eating glue and shit.
I guess.
I could see that.
Did you have a high moment?
So my high moment is pass.
We did not prepare, clearly. Did not understand any of the assignments.
Right. I was absent from class that day.
Yeah, honestly, I took a break too. I needed the weed more than I needed the professionalism. Niggas, this is free. So, and there's like 3 listeners, so fuck it.
We are old boys. We make the rules.
Dead ass. Fuck out of here. All right. Yeah, my high moment, I'm passing through this week. Fuck that shit. Week, month, however the fuck we're doing that shit. We're terrible.
So what are we doing with this?
I'm like, you know what? I'm just chatting, just to chat. And I like it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's an important part.
Let me see. Do you have some tweets or something to share, though? I got one.
So my first, it's not a tweet, it's a TikTok. And I showed it to you earlier, like 2 minutes ago. But I just recently saw a TikTok. It was very stupid. Very stupid. It said, this is my impression of a gay owl. And then all the guy said was, "Ho!" It's like the same. It's the same category of humor as I don't know if everybody's grandfather gave this joke, but my grandfather gave this joke of he said, what do horses eat?
Yeah.
Hey.
That is that. And then you gotta do that too.
Hey.
You gotta do the wrist with it. That is such an old joke. Like, that's so great.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's gonna be in a history book somewhere.
It's gotta be. It's in queer history 101.
It has to be, actually.
You know who started it? Nixon.
Nixon.
Tracing back to that lineage. Look it up.
It actually came up right after Marsha threw that brick. She said, "You know what? We gonna clown these niggas. Get our best writers on the floor." But yeah, and then I think my second tweet is a tweet talking about New York culture that I thought was very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
So it was apparently essentially this lady who was pretty much talking about her time in New York City so far. So she culminated it saying, New York City folks are the nicest and meanest people ever. This girl was coughing and sniffling on the subway, and another woman hands her a tissue and says, "Enough."
See, I was expecting get your dirty ass off the train or something. So that's nice. That was nice enough. I gave it credit for.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like that's pure. That's a real New York. That's a real New York moment.
I feel that.
It's like, I think I was talking about it before. It was like New Yorkers will help somebody. We just don't have time to care about why we helping you.
I feel that. I like that.
It's like you fell down the stairs. We're gonna pick you up. If you're gonna tell us the story why you fell down the stairs, like, man, we don't have time. Like, I gotta go to work.
I'm gonna mind my business and help at the same time.
Right.
And that's what I love. The duality of man. Like, that's what we all need.
Honestly. It's the best. Only the fighters.
Mm. All right, for one of mine, it said missionary is just an excuse for niggas to twerk, SMH.
No.
And then, because don't deny.
I was thinking about that. Yo, I was literally thinking about that today.
I know people got their Santa in the head when they're doing it.
I was thinking about it. I was in the middle. I was like, the soundtrack in my head was like, just shake that ass. Throw that ass in a circle.
No, I don't want to hear that. No sexual context. It would immediately get dry. It would immediately be dry. Like, no. That fucking childish ass beat. Get the ring that around the rosy ass beat.
Oh, you gotta put it in the rhythm of sex. You don't think of it as throw that ass in it. Imagine you gotta sprinkle in the little like grunts or like the pants with it. You'd be like, throw that ass.
No. No.
Don't knock it till you try it. It might change your life, you know.
I'll take your word for it, for sure.
I can see it.
Let me see. What's my other one? Do you remember that shit that happened with Liam Neeson?
No.
So we're gonna skip that.
Did he say the N-word or something?
He said, nah, he said something about beating up a black man or something. I don't know. I was just like, he's like talking hypothetically about.
Oh right, he was talking about. Oh yeah, he was just talking about. I don't care who it is. If you mess with my daughter or something like that, I'll kill you.
Some black guy on the street, niggas like, what did we do?
Yeah, there was a lot of hostility in that
like,
voice.
Unprompted.
Yeah, he forgot it's not taken. We still he's not filming.
Not even no black guys in taken.
Right.
Not there, 3 of them.
He specially requested it. The producers didn't allow it.
He was thinking that in his head the whole time in the movie. He's like, I'm gonna get you, Denzel.
Oh my God.
I'm coming for your spot, Sam. Like, the fuck?
He told the director, he said, you know what would really get me into the character? If we just had a black guy. If we just said
he had him wear the mask or something during during rehearsals.
They couldn't get a black guy in time, so they just had like the PA who happened to be black, extra close to the set.
Double and put green screen on the nigga.
Yeah. They said, look at him. They said, look at that man right there. They said, just sit still.
And he like charged like a bull.
Right. So I'll kill you, black motherfucker.
Yo. Yeah.
That's always the go-to line with like racist white people.
Oh, black with that motherfucker real quick.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I don't remember. Did you did a hotel last time, right?
No. You gave yours. So
I can't remember.
So I think Hotel.
Because I'm like, I don't know if you did it last time. I think you did, right? I don't remember.
You know, we could both just do one if we both have one.
I don't really. So
episode 5, everybody.
we just out of it. It's 10. It's about to be 11. I am old. Okay.
Yo.
Nah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Have to go back in. Yeah. Okay. God damn it, weed! You're taking me out the game. Okay, so my homegirl had told me, right, that she had linked with a model. Okay. So yeah, so they met on an app or whatever. And then like, she said that after work, hit him with the pull up and it was already on the route. So it was perfectly aligned. Yes. So then they pull up, it's the middle of the summer, it's nice out, perfect time for popping of the coochies. And yeah, they got into the house and it was one of those tall, light skins with dreads and the pretty eyes, just the that type. They could talk you out of things, but not coin. Okay, write that down.
Okay.
Many things, but not coin. Yes. So then, there was some strawberries. There's some talking. There was a little bit smoking in the cut. It was apparently that what he told me that it was On's house and he was just staying there for a couple days and then going back to wherever the fuck the nigga came from. And I'm like, that's perfect. So yeah. Yeah, there were strawberries being had. There was making out and smoking. There was like, those silent looks of like, yeah, the countdown to when this is going down. So yeah, she told me that things got up, to the bedroom as they do. And the nigga was like, oh, can I play some music? He was like, yeah, whatever, cool. The nigga put on who? Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean.
Oh, this sounds like a beautiful story.
It was she told me it was a good time. So, hearing the Frank and hearing it, it's like, and okay. So how do you feel about like 69s? Like all for it? Like, is it like
all for it?
Okay. Yes. So yeah, she told me that it was like
been on my face forever.
Yeah, it was a good time. Like that 69 is like, so like she hasn't had some shit like that since. But yes. And then after that, it was one of those, like I think she told me that they got through like 2 Frank albums. And yeah, it was nice and cute. It was different, that once you hit, like I feel like when you hit a certain age, your sexual likeness just grows and evolves,
Yep.
Yes, you get that one person that like matches you at the right time for you to recognize that growth.
Put some class. It's that
it's that lemon. It was one of those,
it's the lemon in the water for your sex life.
Okay.
It adds a little bit
of bitch. Cucumber.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, oh, no, because this bitch told me that the nigga put her onto aloe juice. The game forever changed.
Whoa.
Dick and aloe juice. Who could ask for more?
Being moisturized inside and out, hydrated inside and out and shit. Okay. We love to see it. Mm-hmm. Our beautiful cactus flowers out here and shit. Getting there.
She told me that they found out they were the same sign, and you're like, oh, it all makes sense. What sign? We're gonna leave that anonymous. No sign slander. No trace. No sign slander. They're gonna trace back.
That's death.
But I don't know, that same sign connection is very, very, it can be very good or very bad. I feel like there's no in between.
I don't think I've ever dated or been with somebody that's the same sign as me.
Try it. You should try it.
I mean, that sounds weird to cure. I need somebody born between
It's not like
between September 23rd.
I feel like it's funny though. It's like just seeing the similarities that you have with people, even if they're like you would never like this random person from this random space, and y'all like kind of similar. I don't know.
See, you know who is like that actually? Oh, we have a mutual friend like that. Shout out to Khadija, out here. But she's a Libra. We're born on the exact same day.
Oh, I know that.
We're born on the exact same day, just a year apart. And we're very similar people in terms of just like how we process things, or just how we react to things, or what we even find funny, which is very, very hilarious.
Right? And it's like this random people born in different, like, never would have had this, but it's like, yeah, like you could see the same thing and you're like, oh.
Yeah. It's like, what's that? It's that telepathy. It's right. That see, our powers are kicking in. I knew them shits were gonna come.
It's like now with certain things, it's like, oh, I could see like, it's like before you even like, if you, I don't know, you get certain things before you even know, it's like, I know what you're gonna be. Like, I know that we're gonna be the same sign. Like, I can tell we're gonna be the same sign. And I'm like, at this point, I feel like I'm usually right. Back to my homegirl. So she had told me that, you know, that one night, okay, it was over. She went home. So good. And it's like a day or so later, it's like, oh, we're gonna come back through, bring a friend. So, you know, she brought her friend, and he had a cousin there, and you know, it was cool. It was like a little get together. It was 2 more friends came. It was just like all sitting, talking, whatever, chilling. I was invited to that one. I was one of the people in attendance to that part.
I was friend.
I was peeking in for a little bit. And then so yeah, things happened, and then the 2 pairs went off to separate rooms, and you know, did they thing again. And then but before that, the nigga was talking to the girl, and they were talking about their favorite authors, and she was like, oh, yeah, Toni Morrison's my favorite author. And he's gonna be like, oh, I love him. And the room fell silent. But you know,
he tried, because you know what, he probably knew her name. That's what I do. Oh yeah, I
heard the name before.
I love them. I be hearing about them often.
Like, why, Cab? Like, oh, never. I've never heard that before. You know, I could have never heard that before. I will look that up. Even that lie is better.
See, that gives the same energy as that TikTok where it's like, red, what's the color of your nipples?
The 21 questions.
What's your favorite color? Red.
What'd you eat for dinner tonight? Yellow. Show me your pussy. From the bike.
That's literally what it's like sometimes on some of these apps, which is very, very funny.
I know it is. I know niggas just read off of dick pics and that's it. Like, it'd be like,
you got a random
at work, you got a random, and you just open a message and it's just booty hole.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like
in front of my salad, like in front of.
I literally just told my friend about that meme, because I really forgot. That's one of those memes that I didn't realize that, like, it's, you know, those that know. Yeah. I thought that I thought it was like too. Exactly, you know, I thought it was just one of those universal known things, you know. Yeah. I thought it was part of general meme culture, but it's all good. But in front of my what were we just talking about?
Yo, wait, that switch up was insane, bro. I don't even remember. Yo, this weed is just like, I'm like, we need to call this strain narcolepsy or something, because this should be yo on my ass.
It said reset button.
For real. Control Alt Delete.
Control Alt, yes. All that.
All right.
For my
I'm
salad.
only gonna do one hotel because
Oh, that's what. Now I remember. That's what we were talking about. Red.
yeah.
Red. What's the color of your nipples? Because it'd be mad funny, right? It'll be like, let's say for example, like person A, they put in their profile, hey, I like to cook.
Mhm.
I like to cook different types of food, right? Person B messages person A talking about, hey, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite food to cook? Oh, I like to cook. Person A says, oh, I like to cook a lot of Italian food. Oh, that's so cool. Dick, booty hole, chest.
And then it's so funny because I know it's like all that, but no face. Like face is where the line is.
You'd be like, oh.
Like, bro, you could have all that and still be atrocious. Yeah. It don't matter. Like do the face first. Everything else is secondary. Booty hole is secondary. It goes face, booty hole, and then arms.
Niggas be thinking we walking in with blindfolds.
Yo, dead ass. Nah, it's like one of those shits. Like they just wear like a stocking on their head to the dick appointment. Like niggas can't see.
Yeah, because you know that's how sex be working and shit. You know, didn't you know? Where you go fuck, you both close your eyes, do it in the dark, and then
count to 3.
You count to 3, and hope you land into each other. Yo, but that'd be sad. I was talking before how like I think it's funny. How you get the other end of the spectrum too, where it's kind of like you get the extreme end of the spectrum, where it'll be like you get like 3 random messages like at 11 in the morning talking about I'd love for you to I'd love to suck you off. It's like what?
See, I be feeling like seeing that shit too early, I'm gonna feel mad like harassed.
Yeah, like, that's what it feels like.
Flashing on the street. Like,
if you messages like that you are like physically not disgusted, but you are physically reacting to that. You were like, what?
That it's pre-nut, like pre-nut clarity.
It'd be that's that same shit that you be talking about, like in front of my salad. Like
that ass. He was like, bro, like, can I brush my teeth?
Right. But then I think about it sometimes of like, I wonder how many of these profiles are people that are just like, because I try to have higher expectations of adults. I try to give the benefit of the doubt to adults, you know. So like I hope that most of those people that like just be that violently horny are like teenagers that are just that just downloaded the app to just like think something's gonna happen.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like crazy to think about though.
I know, but that's why it's also like you gotta I feel like that's always like the first flag of being like show your face. Who are you?
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like face is everything, honestly. It's like it's a very important thing. Like, I think it's the main.
It is the main.
And
it should be.
Everything else follows. Like,
yeah. Because some people be having all like everything else with their like their face be just busted.
Yeah, but it's like I hear like people say or like do say all the time, like they would rather a fat ass than like anything else, like face included. I'm like, how, bro?
No, that's very false. No.
I'm like, cause how?
Yeah, because that's kind of, I don't know.
Like, wait, let me think twice.
Because I've definitely done that.
So you just proved the point.
But I don't, that's not the rule I follow. I'll say that. That's not the rule I follow. It's kind of like, it's just ended up happening, but now reflecting on those times that it's happening, yeah, it just feels weird after. Because then, yeah, post-nut clarity be kicking in, and then you be looking, and you're just like, yo, I really did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, horniness wins again, I guess.
Literally though, all the time. But I don't be ashamed and I don't regret it because one part of that person of that time wanted it, so fuck it.
Honestly, I still left being like, you know, hey, it's fine. Let's go take a walk. I'm gonna take a walk.
I'm gonna go eat some food.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some lunch now.
Like, damn, now I gotta pay for my own Panera. Like, got a nut, but at what cost? The cost of Panera sandwich.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, you could. I've done before where I've checked like my transactions like on my credit card to like see how much like one fuck actually costs.
Oh my god, the capitalist jumped out.
And I'm like, I'm not doing it to be like, yeah, so you know, by the way, since I came here,
I'm gonna Venmo the bitch.
Right, I'm gonna send an invoice this shit to the bread, like, yo, nah, like, but I think about it sometimes. I'm just like, yeah, this fuck was worth. It costed a minimum of $20, but that booty priceless.
Wow.
But then I feel like that's like the tipping scale. It's like, did I spend $20 or was this a priceless endeavor?
Yeah,
you know?
right.
But it's not viewing the money as if it's like, you know, it's a waste of time. It still wasn't a waste of time.
Right.
It's just a fun way of thinking about different way of thinking about it.
It's a capitalist way of thinking about it. Let's be real.
You're right.
The way
So
we're
let's
trained.
do a playful then. Like, imagine like you had like an overview of like what the weather was every time you went to go fuck. Like, do you always fuck?
And like I've been doing shit like measures of time. I'm like, okay, this was like 2 TV shows long, you know. It was
yeah, exactly. See,
like,
that would be good. Like, how long, like how many albums have you gone through by fucking?
Right.
That'd be fun. That'd be actually fun. Yeah, less capitalist, more playful.
All right.
How many times you coughed?
I don't want to count the coughs. You count the queefs. Count the queefs. That's gonna be the name of the episode. Count the queefs.
Count the queefs. Yo, I think it's actually mad funny though when it's like you be in the middle of like making out, and like you rub like your body, and like your body's just be farting. And shit, and you be trying to hold it in.
You ever farted during sex?
Yeah, like,
have you ever done that though? Like, have you farted during sex?
Farted during sex?
I have not.
I think like silently. Like I ain't let out like a wet ass.
Well, obviously, I would hope not.
Yeah, like I ain't breaking wind during sex. Like,
not even if it was like an accident, like you just slipped out, you know.
No, I think I would have to be like, I'm so sorry.
Even if it's silent, sometimes you're like, oh, what's that smell? And you're just like, I don't know. I don't know if the person would have the courtesy to ignore the smell. Like, I mean, maybe. I don't know. It depends on the person.
See, I respect it, but like if you're courteous enough to like not say anything about it, in my mind, all I am doing is thinking about it. Especially me, because like I know me not eating meat is like my diet is like I be eating a lot of beans.
Oh yeah.
So like I know like, you know, sometimes it just be like a small little like
if
puff,
you
like,
don't say something.
Like, yeah, but then yeah, exactly. Sometimes it'd be like a bomb went off. You ain't know what the fuck happened. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
All right.
But luckily that ain't happened.
I think now it's time for the main topic, I guess. We didn't even get to that.
Yeah. So
talking about drugs.
we're talking about drugs, drizzugs, drugs.
What drugs? Let's get down to it. Let's cut past the bullshit. What drugs have you done?
Oh my God.
Write them down for me.
To dox yourself right now.
Write your name in blood. Your confession.
For the covenant. Yo.
Nah, but
I feel like, I mean,
what's on your mind about drugs?
I think like the whole idea, see, something I think is very interesting about like queer culture is like the level, like you said, there's such a big, not a big contrast, but there's like, I think it's interesting how in every, like there's so many different communities and different like niches that they have like a drug that they share. Right. And like this is even casual, right? Like daytime workers or any type of like 9-to-5 worker, right? Their niche or their drug is caffeine, coffee, right? Or sometimes Wall Street people or high intense, but let's say college intense program college grads. Adderall might be cocaine, etc. Right. What else? But I think it's just interesting how like even in queer culture it's like a different pocket of drugs, and it's like it's like the same, but sometimes it's so in your face, but and people don't even know what they're looking at, and it's like it's only like if you know, and it's like I feel like
passed around.
Yeah, I feel like this goes like even funny. Like I think it's funny how I've noticed so much more how like there'd be some people, I think it's like younger women, and I want to say like younger like artsy art school women that like they have some type of like tattoo or like a necklace or like something that has like a bottle of poppers on it. And it's like yo, what? And like I think it's interesting now because like now that I know what that is, looking at people wearing that, and like some people are wearing it like publicly knowing like what it is, and some people are just thinking.
So for the people's, what's poppers?
So as poppers is like poppers is like poppers is it's a great product to clean VCR tapes and to remove nail polish remover in the daytime. In the nighttime, it's for clubbing and fucking.
What is supposed
to? So like people, so it's interesting how like so essentially I guess the people use poppers, people will use poppers in order to get like I guess a relaxing sensation, as I guess it like lowers their blood pressure, so it's very like relaxed, but apparently it only lasts for like a couple minutes. It's like for short periods of time. So in certain places, like in the UK, like a lot of people apparently use poppers.
Because it's legal, maybe? It's easier to
it's legal. It's legal everywhere. You can buy
it. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just easier to get, so they just do it.
No, I think it's just, I don't know. I think it's just the culture there is different. I think the culture there is different, that for there, it's like I guess it seems like anybody. But here, it's like a queer culture thing.
Right.
Which is, I don't know. So it's such a funny little journey to see with that. But I think it's, I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, and I've been hearing like more about like things being, I was just reading something earlier today and they were talking about watching out for like drugs and shit, because now with the whole fentanyl shit, and all this other crazy shit. I'm just like, damn. So I'm like looking out for, you gotta watch your weed. I don't know what's going on with that. And then there's certain drugs that be on the scene or whatever that you just hear about, but you like know nothing about. You know what I mean? You just hear the name, but it's like you do no type of research into it at all. And it's like there's so many that I'm curious about, like not curious to try really, but just curious, like what do you do? You know what I mean?
Like what?
Like, okay, so first I'm like, okay, is K2 and ketamine the same thing?
No.
Or those are two different things?
K2 and ketamine. Ketamine is just K. K2 is K2. Yeah.
And
K2 is like that synthetic weed. Ketamine is like it's like a distilled anesthetic.
okay.
Yeah.
And how is it is it a pill? Like I don't know, like how do these things is it
It's like
something?
I think it's a powder. It's a powder.
Mhm.
It's a powder. Ketamine is. And then K2 is like I think it's some type of herb. I think it's an herb that they essentially like spray with shit.
Mhm.
Or like they add shit to it. I don't know what the fuck goes on with that. It sounds very bummy. But some people like that. That's their flavor, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently like ketamine is something different.
Mhm.
Ketamine's like I don't
And
know.
like
I guess it's the same. I guess it's the same feeling as like I guess it's like a relaxer, or I guess it's supposed to like relax since it's an anesthetic.
oh,
But
and
that's
that's
what
like a party drug too?
yeah, I think that is yeah, because you know what, a lot of people see, and it's very interesting how much more it's interesting how it like there's so many drugs that are just abbreviated to just like one letter. There's
Mhm.
like there's like B and K. There's
What's these?
T.
What is
B.
these?
T is evil. T is meth.
Oh, why would they call it tea when
Because
it's
they call it like Tina.
oh, okay, I heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
I
meth.
didn't okay, wow. I because you know how they be like calling like white girl coke and shit. So I be thinking like any like it'd be like a white girl name for this. I thought Tina was one
Oh,
of those too. But
yeah, it
I
might
didn't
be.
know
I
it was
don't know.
coding.
I don't know the origin of why they call it that, but
I-
niggas smoking meth.
So if I hear that on the streets, like wow, I'm gonna
Beware. I
like
keep
that's that.
see, but
Is
that
this
see.
who we
Okay, so
are?
now this is the whole thing that I think is really interesting,
Mhm.
right? That it's like it's interesting how like there's a lot of people that are very sexually liberated, right? Especially in like queer culture, and now being sexually liberated, some people want to share that sexual liberation into like big communities in like big groups. They might want to fuck multiple people, do a threesome, whatever, find somebody home, etc., right? But then it's like it's interesting how some people get pulled into these spaces just because they have meth, and other people there want to smoke meth, so they end up getting pulled into like a sexual situation, but they're not even being in the sexual situation.
They're just there like watching.
They're there just like smoking meth.
Okay. So everybody, it definitely gives like the way I'm picturing it. It's definitely
Like crack den vibes.
see, I didn't want to say it like I was gonna try to make it sound more Renaissance. Okay, like I was trying to. I don't want to go
Opium den vibes.
I didn't want to go straight there. I'm trying to romanticize it a little bit.
Nah, not cute. That shit is not cute at all.
And then it's like, do you think that there's like stigma against meth? And it's like, okay, against like other drugs over. It's like, okay, there is a stigma, but it's like, is it just because it's easier to get hooked on it?
I think, at least from what I've seen with people smoking meth, it's a very chaotic drug.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very much like you see people just like bug out over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Or like they fixate over like something so small and insignificant, and they blow it into like crazy proportions.
Yeah.
And like some people like will do it so much that they start like picking their skin because they're so reckless. So like their face looks all sunken, or like it looks all like scarred up and shit. I'm like, that's an ugly ass drug. I'm like, weed ain't do none of that for me. Like,
yeah, it made me hungry and put me to sleep. But yeah, I'm just like, what is the draw of like those type of drugs? Like, why are people like want to feel like kind of like, because it doesn't make you like jittery? I don't know.
so from what I've been told or what I've been hearing about is that for some people they smoke and ain't nobody want to call it meth. That's why they call it tea or china, because it's cute. It sounds cuter, I guess. You know, it's aesthetic.
Meth is chemicals.
Exactly. But what is it? They, for some people, like for some, apparently, I guess for some people that are more introverted, they say smoking that allows them to be more outgoing or be able to be more, I guess, in the moment, allegedly. I don't know. But
I'm like,
apparently,
alcohol is that, but I mean, alcohol is still a drug too. So
I know, but that's exactly what I'm saying. See,
and I'm like, is it worse or is it like better or worse, or is it just normalized more? Because that's what I'm thinking about the stigma. Is it just because like, okay, this is more like socially, or is it just that it's actually like better for you? Then I don't know.
I guess just from, I guess in the current
people have
state,
different reactions to weed too. Like I hear there's so many people I'm hearing lately, especially that say they get anxious from it more than anything else.
Yeah, I get that. I just think that I don't know. I guess for the current circumstances of how every circle I have seen of people talking about they use meth. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are, recreational meth users that can live, a normal life, which is also wild to think about.
Right.
But, from the circumstances it's a bunch of people that are just wired on shit, just spending all their money on it, and just going to as many places as they can to smoke more of it. I'm like, that's kind of, that's an ashy ass lifestyle. Like, yikes.
I'm like, the only thing getting me out of bed is the drug.
But
message.
Yeah, there's mad other shit. Yeah, there's so many.
I'm like thinking about like lean and stuff, and I'm like, that shit just like came out of nowhere. I feel like, I mean, it's like you've heard about it, but it's like the come up for lean was crazy.
But I feel like lean was like the evolution of like, I guess, scissor.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. But then it's like, okay, but then it's like the stigma against that is not really like that much either, but that's because like rappers talk about it. I mean, but it's like that should do damage to people.
So do you feel like if people started making songs about meth, some people would be more casual about it? Like,
I don't know. Like maybe they already are. We just don't know. They just calling it some other shit.
You might be right on that.
Just singing it along. I was like, oh, I didn't know he was talking about that.
That?
Because I'm like, okay, when people's like, oh yeah, on that, but it's like, okay, like how I was saying, like, they be calling it that white girl, that Hannah Montana, like all that shit.
Right.
Okay, like, who's to say they just don't have? Because then, okay, what the fuck is angel dust? Because I know, like,
I don't even know where angel dust is either. I don't know what like exactly it is. I just know like it fucks you up.
Yeah. I feel like it's an old ass drug. Like, I don't know. I haven't heard of anybody in 2022 like, yeah, I got angel dust.
Oh, there's definitely
it's the new. It's like the older.
Dust, but they selling it to niggas that are 40 and up. In my mind,
that's the old head drug at this point.
Yo, literally, like, ain't nobody. You don't see that casually just be talking.
But what if you see somebody and they're like, yeah, what do you got, bro? Like, oh, I got that angel dust, and they're like 19. What do you do? Be like, here, I want to put you onto something modern. Because
I'd be like, why? I'd be like, who the fuck is doing this with you? Is that like for yourself? You brought that for like you and your friends? Like what? Like how?
Bringing angel dust to the party is insane.
Yeah, I feel like that's so odd.
Oh my bad.
That'd be mass specific type
Oh,
shit.
it's called Fencyclidin. Fencyclidin. It's just PCP.
Angel dust is PCP.
Yeah.
Ah.
I haven't heard about anybody using PCP either.
So apparently they do that more in the South.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently some people they split their shit with PCP there.
And that one's like that's a hallucinogen?
I don't think it's a hallucinogen. It's like something else. Ketamine is a hallucinogen.
This one says it's a dissociative.
Or it can be a hallucinogen, I should say.
Hallucinogenic drug used for its mind-altering effects. May cause hallucinations, distorted perceptions, and violent behavior. Why? Why would you want to make this?
Yeah, I don't know why I'd want to smoke something that makes me angry. That doesn't sound
come on,
productive.
I'm like, okay, do you know something that's a throwback that I'm like, I just want to see people that have done it. I'm like, I don't want to do it. I guess I just want to see people like opium. No, I was gonna say no goddamn crack.
You said opium?
Yes.
That's heroin.
It is? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, see these are
you can see people smoking heroin under the bridge type shit. Like
I don't be knowing shit about these drugs.
Yeah, opium is heroin. It's like a
maybe I'll take that back.
Yeah, because they both come so like opium comes from like poppy seeds.
Yeah,
like a poppy. Yeah, so I forgot what the process is, but essentially it's like ground up essentially and like purified until it's like pure opium / heroin. But yeah, that should be also that's also something else that I'm like, I don't know about that. But then again, there's like Oxycontin is essentially heroin. That's opium. A lot of painkillers. There's a good amount of painkillers that are opioids.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is also another problem.
That's how to get you.
Yo, it is though.
Get them hooked on the pills. I'm like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Pills is where I kind of like, I can't because I know how addictive they are. I'm like, even if that's like not my personality necessarily, I'm like, I just don't even want to risk it.
Ecstasy is a pill.
Really? Yeah, I don't think I haven't done that.
I
think.
Well, I was gonna say not yet. You said no pills from a doctor, only from
a random guy named Sancho.
Right. In his van in a parking lot. Yo.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I'm like maybe not like that, but I'm like acid. I'm like, but I do like. I mean, not acid. You know what we just said. But yeah, that and like Molly. I'm like, Molly, I haven't done that. I don't know, but I'm like, from what I've heard,
Molly?
Nah.
Oh.
I'm like, from what I've heard, it doesn't sound terrible. Like I guess I'm not opposed. It had a bad coming onto the scene, like, you know what I mean?
Was there?
Wasn't that what they said that the person did when they ate the face off in Florida? Then they said they did bath salts.
Yeah. He was not no Molly.
But I feel like I heard some other shit about Molly, and it had me like,
Molly just makes you happy and wants to dance. You want to like dance like and be horny. Yeah, it's another party. It's another party drug.
I think like definitely like party sort of drug. I could probably do, but I kind of just like the shrooms and.
But then that's the thing. It's like people, like everybody has their own definition of a party drug. Like so for some people, a party drug is alcohol and weed. Some people, a party drug is Molly and cigarettes. Some people, a party drug is meth.
That's true. Why did you have to say it so hard?
Because it's hard. It's wild. Like it's real. It's real out here. Like this is what happens. Yeah. Like it's like a whole code.
Yeah, I just be wondering who the plugs are. Like, how the fuck are you the meth club? How the fuck are you the heroin club?
I don't know.
I'm like it.
I
And
don't
then
know how
how
to,
do
I don't know
people
how to get
find each
into
other?
it.
Like, do you just like? Because I'm like, even like the how I know about like weed spots is just like I just know through people, but it's just like how do you just find that on your own, or how do you just like begin your business as like, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
You just like you'd land in a
I know you're
random
not in the
location,
parks
like, you know
like,
where I can
hey,
find some meth?
got that lean, like what? I mean, lean is probably more like pharmaceutical.
Imagine somebody like the same way you see people like walking through the park, talking about like sour.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm talking about.
they're
They're
like
like,
meth.
got that Tina. The white girl, not Lucy.
That white girl, Tina. Yo, that'd be horrible. But I don't know. Like, I don't know how they end up getting exposed to it.
Yeah, like,
but it's a whole like issue. Like it's a whole code name or code word.
It gotta be.
It is. It's like anytime you see the word like party, that means meth. That usually means meth.
Where? In what establishments?
In any, like, if you go on like any type of app, you'll see some people will say party, or they'll put a capital T in like their profile somewhere, or they'll put like the party emoji, like the confetti and the balloons and shit. That means I have meth, or I'm smoking meth, or I'd like to smoke some meth.
This is a whole new world. Wow. My mind is expanding to the world. I feel that's so crazy to think about. It's like I've done certain drugs, but it's like I'm like very much a novice to the drug game, to the drug world. Because it's like even with like shrooms and like stuff, it's like how the fuck do I even find that sometimes? But then it's like you get that like one or two people like, okay. And it's like it's lucky now that like people can like ship things to you, which is like crazy to think about. Like we could do that now.
Yeah, you
just trusting that though.
You're not limited of how you can get high now.
Right.
You can get it by the mail.
But it's like you gotta trust it from like some random ass source.
That is true though. And that's a big risk in itself, depending on who you get it from, which is also, crazy. But yeah, man, drugs are it's very wild. But so many, like so many drugs specifically in like queer culture are oriented towards like partying or sex.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so, yeah. But it's just interesting how how diverse it is, or like how many different things there are in that. And like I'll say more later, but like not now, because like
yeah, not for the press.
Yes, not for the press. That's not good for the optics.
Yeah, but I think I'm like definitely this summer. I'm like, I feel like I just at least want to do a tab again and some shrooms again, and I think I'm gonna stick to those. Those are gonna be my drugs.
I think it's interesting
that's where I'm stopping.
I think it's interesting how like for shrooms and acid is such a secret society sometimes, because it's like it really is. It kind of feels like a code word, but it's like I've realized so much more. Like there's a lot of people that know that code word. Like it's not as secretive, I guess, as I thought it was. Or it's not as niche as I thought it was. I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think like more and more people are doing it, like especially with like when it comes to microdosing and stuff. I definitely think like shrooms is becoming a little bit more normalized in a way, and more people are like open up to the idea of it and stuff, and like doing it. Like acid, I think people are still like about acid and stuff, but when it's like kind of similar, but also it really depends on like what like kind of people or like groups of people and stuff that you're talking about too. And like
I think about that. Like I think like especially as more people have been coming back to work, I think it's just like, especially in workspaces, like when you're in workspaces where you're not usually in the groups of people that you're normally placed in, that's when like you find those people that could at least expose you to it, which is why I guess more people are getting more comfortable with it now. you know, especially with like more of the news, like talking about, yeah, like it's psychological effects and like how it could like help with different psychosis and all of that. Like, I think more people are opening up to it. It's just tricky trying to figure out who is.
Right. And it's, but I feel like the people that have like the power to change the shit though is like they're not the ones like changing, but it's like I feel like younger and younger, or like, and it's still like older people too, like they're becoming more open-minded to shit, but it's like the ones that have like influence. It's like then we haven't cracked through yet.
Right, like it's not your time.
I don't know.
Like go.
It's just let people enjoy shit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And it's like if we normalize it, then that gets to like, I don't know, helping people out, and it doesn't become such a problem. If it's like
let us do drugs.
I feel like,
you know what?
I feel like American culture though, and like things that are like taboo and like it makes it that much more scandalous and that much more like exciting and appealing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think like I think that's like a human thing. I think that's just like a social thing. Because I think it's interesting how, because I noticed that even in like Europe, like in Portugal and in Spain, how like they have their same things where it's like weed or like drugs are still somewhat secretive or outlawed, but it's like that's what makes people want to like go to them more, or like, or some of them a little bit more. Like some people are still like the limits, like I guess the boundaries of what people are conservative about fluctuates from like place to place, but it's still, people are drawn towards like what is secretive, or you know, what is quote unquote forbidden, no matter where you go.
Yeah, that's true. Let me get an ice cream sandwich real quick.
We are live.
This is free. Also, do you know what the fuck a Delta 8 is?
Delta 8? That's like that new weed. That's like that new diet weed or whatever.
Like, what the hell are you?
I think it's like something, I forgot what they said it is. It's essentially like they extract, it's like in THC, there's like two different deltas. I think it's like Delta 8 and Delta, I forgot if it's Delta 12 or something. I forgot what it is. But it's like two different forms of the THC. So instead of extracting one of them where they say some people feel anxious or whatever, they said the Delta, I think it's like the Delta 8, like people smoke it and they don't feel as like anxious, or they don't feel as restless or whatever. Yeah. But in my mind, it sounds like fat-free weed. Sounds like 100.
It's soy weed.
Yeah, soy weed. Impossible weed. It is fucking beyond weed. That's what they said. That's what they're selling people now, and they eating it up. They're talking about, yeah, that Delta 8.
Up. But talking about, I'm not gonna get a vaccine. What you mean, bro? You're smoking dill weed, like.
Yo, honestly though, it's like, why? For what? Like,
I feel like Delta 8 gives me the same vibes as like Mountain Dew. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I completely get that. It's like it's like the same. I think of Delta 8. I think Mountain Dew. I also think Reddit.
Taco Bell.
I think, yes, Taco Bell. I think Taco Bell. I think COD.
Ew.
Like COD, not COD like the fish. Call of Duty.
Oh, like ew.
I think of fish.
Definitely headset of PlayStation.
Yeah, I think of like, I think of cyberbullying online. I forget.
Troll accounts with anime profile pics.
Yes, yes. I think of calling somebody the N-word and then blocking them so they can't they can't find you again.
But then following them from another troll account.
Yeah. That's what Delta 8 gives. It's giving all that.
In conclusion, we're not doing that. But
That's not our flavor.
I haven't even tried the shit. I'm just talking shit. But nah, I really fuck with the tincture. I think I like those.
I don't think I've ever done the tinctures yet.
You should try it.
It's just like what you could put it in like liquid, like water and shit, or like.
Or you could just put it right under.
That's what's
just
up. Yeah.
oil.
Okay.
I should have my day going by with quickness. Okay. I mean, should go by so fast. I had a Pineapple Express one.
Oh, that's what's up.
That shit was like, it was like this like big. It was like $80. But honestly, it's kind of worth it.
How long?
Like for me, I started taking it a bit like more frequently, and so it lasted me maybe like 4 months. I'm sorry, I'm eating. Good. I'm so unprofessional. I'm eating and shit. But
your mouth is full talking to our fans.
Whatever. But yeah, it was like I just used like after a while I would put in my water sometimes, and you definitely like feel that shit. But it's like very like a low key, like slow creep, and then it's like, oh, wow, like before you know it, oh wow, and like it was like literally I would take it, do my shift. I'd be like, I look at the clock, I say 2. I look at it again, I say 5. I'm like, like, this is crazy.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Right, for real.
Maybe I gotta inquire about them tinctures and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's funny sometimes. I think about how like, I think generally in my lifestyle, I've been trying to like go more as like organic or as like raw or like whole foods as I can. You know?
Yesterday's show.
Just being like, you know, like, oh, if I'm gonna cook some shit, you know, get fresh vegetables, you know, cook this, cook that, whatever, like that. Talking about, oh, but then I'm like, you know, I also smoke weed, and I also be doing all this other stuff. So I'm like, you know,
it balances out. Okay.
I be treating my body like a temple in the morning, so I could treat it like a dumpster in the evening.
You treat it like the horse she is.
Yeah.
But a lady in the streets.
Yeah. Which that in itself is mad funny. Ooh.
Oh, so we done talking about the druggie on us?
Oh yeah.
All right.
For the air. For
air. So to wrap it up, we got to do our recommendations. What you got?
So my recommendation my first recommendation is an entire album, this entire project, which is so fire. Is called Subaru Boys Final Heaven by Cruel Santino.
Okay.
Like this entire album. So first of all, this guy, he also went by Santi for a while. People might know him from that, but like he's a Nigerian, I think he's Nigerian like music artist. Like it's like Alte, so it's like alternative type of like hip hop, and like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just really, really cool. But the album, it has a lot of like different like anime references and like the sounds and like the lyrics. It's really, really fun. It got a lot of different features. It got coffee in it. It got Skepta. It got some other artists. All the blacks.
Yeah. We love that.
Yes, we love it. So that's first recommendation, because that whole project's fire. Highly recommend, top tier. Oh wait, and it's animated. Oh shit. Second recommendation. What is it? Two music, a show, and a movie?
No, it's like you can do however many you want. It was a number, but it's just movie, TV, and a song.
Oh, movie, TV, and a song, right? Okay.
You can do however many you want.
Okay. So I think, yeah. So you know what? Yeah, for music, I'm a rest on that. For TV, my recommendation is to watch. What did I just watch? Yeah, I've been watching Mindhunter,
Oh, that's my shit.
and that shit is wild. That shit is really, really good.
Good.
That's a very, very good show. Very terrifying. So if you like that crime, psychological, Criminal Minds-esque, you know,
Yes.
shaking to your boots type show, you know,
Hmm.
definitely.
And it's beautifully shot, okay? It's
Yeah,
that
it's
David
very
Fincher. That David Fincher, okay?
yes. We love it. Everything he does. And then movie recommendation is I just watched this for the youth, with the youth like last week or 2 weeks ago. It's called Loving Vincent.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that.
And it's really, really good. It's a like an hour and a half movie, talking about like it takes place a year after Vincent van Gogh died. Where a guy's trying to deliver a letter to, I believe, his brother, and trying to figure out exactly what caused him to die, or what caused him to kill himself, or if he actually killed himself. But every single frame in this movie is hand painted. It's a hand painted oil painting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
By different people or by the same person?
by a team of people. But it all like bleeds together, and it's all like in the similar style as Van Gogh. Yeah, it's really, really, really good. Really, really cool. Visually, very, very fun movie to watch and enjoy, even if you don't know who Vincent van Gogh is, you know.
Love it.
And that's it.
All right. For mine, I guess for a song, I would say Meant to Be by Amine. It's all one word, and then it's a two, like meant to be, just the letter B. Yeah, Amine is just fire. Like, if you know, you know. There's no need to explain that guy. He's just like that. His new album is fucking popping too, 2.5. Yeah, that whole thing is fire. Like, it's only 27 minutes. But yeah, Meant to Be is the last song on that anyway. And it's the best one for me, even though they're all pretty damn great. And for a movie, I want to say, I have one I want to watch actually, if I can stay awake. I want to watch tonight, called Turning Red. It's like the new Pixar one. So I will.
Oh, that's the one with the girl that turns into like a red panda.
Yeah, so I want to watch that and see what that's like.
Yeah, that looks cute.
For my recommendation though, I would say Meet Earl and the Dying Girl. That was a really good movie. It's like one of those like teenage ones. So it came out around the time of I want to say Fault in Our Stars. So they kind of marketed it like that, but it wasn't like that at all. It was actually really good. It was like this girl has cancer, and then for the main character and his friend, like his mom kind of forces him on the girl, and they become friends, and then like he's doing a film, or they like remake a bunch of films, him and his friend, like by themselves. If you ever seen like Be Kind Rewind, it's kind of like on that type of vibe. And then at the same time, like the girl and him are getting close, but she's also like, yeah, her days are kind of numbered. But the way they do it is like, it's not cheesy. It's like really sweet, and it's really like, it's beautifully shot too.
Okay.
But yeah.
And it's called what again?
Meet Earl and the Dying Girl.
Meet Earl and the Dying Girl.
Yeah.
Word.
And then for a show, I don't know. It's like I have been watching. Like it was for a guilty pleasure thing. I've been watching Gossip Girl for the first time, so I guess like since I'm just watching it, I'll recommend
The
it.
original Gossip Girl?
Yeah, they have it. They have both on HBO now.
Word.
I'm like, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's like if you have something like you want to watch in the background, I'm like, oh, that's messy, you know. Seeing white people in their drama, white rich people in their drama, you know. There you go. And it's mad early 2000s, like it's so down, like the fashion, the music. I'm just like, oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that is it. We're
Word.
done. Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
We in kindergarten. Overalls and applesauce.
It's funny though, because it's not even like 5 years, it's 5 months. And we talking about we in kindergarten.
They don't need to know that.
We in the crib. Pooping our pants, we just starting to see and shit.
Dead ass. I'm gonna end the recording now. With this loud ass motherfucking car.
Even though I like boys, would you still let me hit? If I eat your pussy, would you still suck my dick? Baby, I'll take your soul if I lick on your clit. You ain't never met a nigga who could do it like this. Would you still be my nigga if I fuck on your sis? I'm a verse top, I can never be your bitch. And if I suck your dick, swear to God I won't spit. And your bitch call me daddy when I'm deep in her shit. No hard situation, baby, let me get this nut. And where your brother at, cause I still want his butt. When I eat your pussy, I'ma pick your ass up. I'ma show you little baby Dilly Bow, ain't no chump. I'm a thug nigga, bust knocks and I flip tricks. Matter of fact, I eat pussy and I suck dick. Bust quick, nigga wanna rump, then it's nothing. If a bitch want my time, bring them funds in. And if I slide through your hood, what you gon' do? Cause I'ma walk through that bitch like I'm supposed to. Bump you, bitch come outside, I ain't gon' jump you. I'ma come me high like I'm Goku. And I'm a faggot, but they knowin' I'm a shooter, baby. Since I'm a shooter, can I have some of that cooler, baby? I'm a faggot, I'm the #1 thooter, baby. I'ma call your brother like, what's up, what you doing later? I want the dick, the pussy, I want everything, bitch, what it is. I want the dick, the pussy, I want everything, bitch, what it is. Bisexual problems, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch. Ay, can you solve them, bitch? Bisexual problems, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch, bisexual problems, bitch. Ay, can you solve them, bitch?